So I'm in a super rush, but I wanted to make a quick video to show you a really good smoothie to have specifically in the fall. So in the fall is a time of a lot of air and movement, which can get people out of balance, especially people who are thin and who naturally have dry skin, have a hard time putting on weight, who can get really spaced out in their head. This is the time, the fall is the time you can get most out of balance. So you want to counter that air energy by eating a lot of heavier energy like oils and fats. So avoid apples, avoid broccoli, avoid cauliflower. Even raw greens I would cut back on, especially in the fall, because they're very cooling to the body. They create an air energy. So what you want to do is add a lot of oils. So here's the smoothie. I've already put most of the ingredients in because I didn't want to put them in while I was talking. So I put about a good 8 ounces of almond milk. Don't use dairy. I would cut out the dairy completely from your body because it is extremely acidic and creates inflammation. So that's all I'll really say on that. Don't use soy either because it creates estrogen in the body, which you likely don't need. So don't have soy. Either almond or hemp or rice. I like the taste of almond. So I put in a protein powder. This is a raw protein powder that I use. I love it. It's completely raw. It has vitamins, minerals, enzymes, probiotics. It's made from raw sprouts. It's amazing. It really is. It's really easily digestible. So I put a big scoop of that in. I put in a scoop of flax seeds, which has really good fiber and also has some omega fats. I put in a scoop of about a teaspoon to a tablespoon of coconut oil already, which is really great healthy fats, and it creates that heavy energy. Cinnamon is a warming spice. In the cooler months you can eat a lot of cinnamon. Obviously there's the spicy things like the cayenne and the cardamom, the cumin, but this is really good for smoothies because there's a sweeter taste. A few dashes, and by the way, when you get cinnamon, this isn't organic. I'm trying to finish this thing off. You want to get organic because organic is non-organic cinnamon is, I believe, irradiated. I don't even know what that fully means, but I'm sure it's not good for the human body. So because it's made in most Asian countries, and to prevent bacteria and mold or whatever, they irradiate it. So you want organic. So if you do, first of all the food you ever eat, say a blessing before you eat it because it'll increase the vibration of the food. And even the blessing can be as easily as, may I find the courage, or may I find the goodness and the sweetness, and may I appreciate every bite, like just something like that. You know, may this food nourish my body. It's just a little something like that in a moment where you can just look at your food. It may sound silly, but it's for real. What else? Himalayan sea salt. I put a few dashes in because salt is good for the body, helps you hold water. It also has minerals. It's probably unnecessary. You don't really need it if you don't want. It's kind of, you know, a lot of people think it's kind of silly to have Himalayan sea salt, but most of the other salts have zero nutrition whatsoever, and they're like kind of cut with these preservatives that are really not good for you. So this, get a good quality Celtic sea salt, or Himalayan, or just a good sea salt that has minerals. Okay. Then this is carob. This is, you're not going to find this in most stores. This has like a chocolatey flavor to it, which is quite delicious. Don't do the raw. I would highly recommend not to do the raw chocolate because raw chocolate is very stimulating, which is good for if you want to have a really good time. But which I recommend doing raw chocolate when you're out in a social gathering and you want to have a good time. It opens your heart, but it's very stimulating. For me, it burned my adrenals. I depleted my minerals for my body because I was eating raw chocolate. Who would have thought that? So, within 2 days of stopping eating the raw chocolate, I was feeling much, much better. So, I put a banana, 6 frozen strawberries, and I also put a scoop of a teaspoon or a tablespoon of bee pollen because it's super high in minerals, and it also is abundant in life force, prana, which is very... Rod Stryker said this. He said, food is to the body as prana is to the soul. So when your prana is up, you'll notice you'll naturally be able to hold the higher states of consciousness. If you're sick and your prana is depleted, try praying. Try your spiritual practice. It's not going to work. You need... Prana is very important. There's other energies. Don't get me wrong. People get obsessed with prana. There are other energies which I'll maybe talk about in the future. But prana is very, very important. What else? Okay, so here, I'm going to blend this. And then, after I blend it, what I'm going to do is, I'm actually going to put walnuts and this stuff, Justin's Maple Almond Butter. This stuff is like a drug. Even the guy who created it, he has 12 varieties of peanut, almond, hazelnut butter. He said this is his favorite. Put this on a date, or a banana, or whatever when you're really hungry. There'll be an explosion. It'll be paralyzing of how good it actually tastes. But I want to put that in after so I can actually chew my smoothie. So I don't just keep drinking and drinking, because chewing is good to get the enzymes mixed so you digest the food better. So I'm not even going to have a videotape while I blend because there's really no need. I already showed you everything. So I hope you have a great day. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my Cafe Holistic YouTube channel if you aren't.